Hi, welcome back to Manohar Academy. In this lesson, we are going to talk about interface member properties. We have looked at them already in the previous lessons, so this is going to be very quick. We know that in interface, we can have abstract methods, and by default, they are public and abstract. So you don't need to write the public abstract here. All that you need to write is provide the method signature and its return type. And by default, they will be public, they will be abstract. Also, you can have fields, member fields inside the interface, but they are by default public, static and final. So for example, in this interface I am creating 4 fields. I am not saying they are static, I am not saying they are final, and I am not saying they are public, but they are by default public, static, final. So they are constants and they are class constants, they are not instance variables. So in Java, by default, every method is public and abstract, and every member field is by default public, static and final. Also, it is recommended that you don't provide these keywords because they are not required, they are default. So what is obvious, whatever is default, you don't need to repeat that. So never provide a public and abstract before the method signature if it is abstract method, and never provide the public, static, final before the variable names because they are by default public, static, final. Also, the other property of interface is it is not a class, so it doesn't inherit anything from the object. So we have seen in the previous lessons, also we have seen in the inheritance module, every new class, every new reference type of class is going to inherit from the object. So it is going to have the toString method, equals method, hash code, the clone, the finalize and other concurrent methods, the method that supports concurrent programming. But in case of inheritance, it inherit nothing from the object. It is not a class, so it doesn't inherit anything from the object. So all that the interface has is abstract methods and static constants. So simple. And we have learned some concepts like interface can extend other interfaces and a class can implement multiple interfaces. So we learned about them, but as far as interface alone is considered, these are the properties. How simple it is. But to add some extra capabilities to the interfaces, from Java 8 onwards, interfaces has some other properties. That is, interface can have default methods, interface can have static methods. That we will cover in the next lessons. But for now, remember, interface methods are by default public and abstract. The fields are by default public, static, final. And that's all from this lesson. If you haven't subscribed already, please go ahead and subscribe. And if you are benefited from this video, if you learned something from this video, please make sure you like it and you share it with your friends so that they can also watch, they can also learn. Thank you once again. See you in the next lesson.